were silent, the unloading was done. I left the ship grey from the Atlantic run. Air raid sirens sounded as I stumbled ashore, cursing my luck and cursing the war. The weather was bleak and the family news grim. Sean had been captured, there was no word of Jim, but the news of my brother Ben hurt me the most. For his ship had gone down off the Norwegian coast, white as the snow, white as mountains of ice, white as the moon, white as spring edelweiss, white as a corpse on a cold winter street, white as a winding sheet. Jean took me to the pictures to clear my head, but my mind swam the cold seas where my brother lay dead. The newsreels showed Stalin reviewing hundreds of tanks, thanks to the lifeline coming in at Murmansk. That strident voice praising our gallant seamen never mentioned the U-boat sank 8 out of 10. No Liverpool sailor would be heard so to boast of the white ships that sailed round the Norwegian coast, white as the snow, white as mountains of ice, white as the moon, white as spring edelweiss, white as a corpse on a cold winter street, white as a winding sheet. Our shore leave soon over, took a tram to the dock, gripping the rail to get over the shock. For the grey ship I'd left on the previous night was dazzling the eye as they painted her white. As I walked up the gangway, the hairs on my neck bristled at the silence hung over the deck. The thought not expressed, but the thought uppermost. On the next tide we sailed for the Norwegian coast, white as the snow, white as mountains of ice, white as the moon, white as spring edelweiss, white as a corpse on a cold winter street, white as a winding sheet. Maybe it would have happened without the strain, but that night I collapsed, nearly doubled in pain. Heard the word appendix in my agony's dream before I passed out as the pain grew extreme. My ship sailed without me into the mist's gloom, while I lay unconscious in a hospital room. When I came to, the news made me time's living ghost. She'd gone down with all hands off the Norwegian coast, white as the snow, white as mountains of ice, white as the moon, white as spring edelweiss, white as a corpse on a cold winter street, white as a winding sheet, white as a winding sheet.